I just got out of the theaters from watching Smile on the big screen, and I have some things that I want to talk about for this film, guys. So without further ado, let's get into the review. Let's go. What's going on, guys? The Demigod back on Demigod ET, bringing you another movie review for Smile 2022. Now, I just got done watching this film, man. I caught it 2 days later than I would like to. I like to go on the opening nights and really soak up all that energy from the very first, viewing experience along with everyone else. However, I caught this over the weekend, and I gotta say, this was sold out. I really didn't expect this much hype and anticipation going on for this film and going into this film. People were definitely looking forward to this one. You really only see those sold out rooms, especially days later, if it's a hyped release. And considering how popular and viral the trailer went, this is definitely one of those moments, and I'm very glad I got to see this film. Now, this film was directed by Parker Finn and stars Sosie Bacon, I believe her name is, as Dr. Rose. Now, Dr. Rose inside of this film is a psychiatrist with some trauma in her past, and she ends up coming across a patient of hers that is having what seems to be some sort of breakdown, some sort of freak out. And while trying to reason with this patient, the patient ends up committing suicide. Now, that's not exactly a spoiler for the film necessarily. We see that within the trailer, and that's the whole premise for this film. That's what sets up this film. And the one catch is that while this patient kills herself, she happens to be donning a horrific, very Joker-like smile. And that being said, with the side of this event, this ends up sending our main character through her own psychological thriller, which this film definitely is. And I loved that about this film. Psychological thriller is my absolute favorite genre, so I'm glad that it mixed that with suspense and also sort of this detective movie where our character is trying to figure out exactly what is happening to her before it ends up being fatal in the end. And so it ends up playing out sort of like a character study almost, because our main character Rose is always on the screen, and you only go about 5 minutes in this film without following this character, so you really get close to this character throughout her performance and throughout her journey throughout this film. And something else I really loved about this film was the performances of the actors and actresses with inside of here that really carried this film all the way through. At times where this film happened to feel a little goofy or comical, the performances of these actors and actresses held this movie together, and you could just tell that they were giving it their all on screen, man. I mean, there was breathtaking performances with inside of here. And to dive more into that, this film deals a lot with trauma and mental illness and what that can do to a person. So a lot of times throughout these scenes, you see it expressed through our stars' body language and the way that they're carrying themselves through these scenes, that something is truly stressful to them, that something is clearly going on. Certain scenes, they'll be completely shaken and ridden with fear, and man, it's just breathtaking to watch take place. Now, I'll be honest, after watching the trailer and then walking into this, I was expecting something fun but nothing too serious here. And while this film has a level of self-awareness to it, it ends up taking itself serious, and I think it ends up doing a very solid job at that too. Aside from the fact that during certain scenes where we're panning and cutting across and nothing on screen happens to really be suspenseful or terrifying, they'll still be playing this over the top suspenseful music, heavy suspenseful music with string pulls and everything during scenes where it doesn't really fit and feels sort of unnecessary, along with the fact that this movie, once we get to the third act of the film, heavily ramps up the amount of jump scares it likes to use inside of here. I like that it wasn't throughout the entire thing, but man, it's really noticeable in that final third act how many times you get jump scared. And those are pretty much my negatives with the film, but overall, man, I really liked what they did here with this film. I love some of the shots and the upside down turning of the camera as we move throughout scenes that the director does here to really try to unsettle the audience. I love how much he dived into the psychological thriller elements for this film, and I love how artistic that this movie got at times, especially in that third act. I mean, they really take a deep dive there, and while I do feel like it overstayed its welcome just a little bit in the end, I was very satisfied with the conclusion of this film. And it's potentially possible that we even get a sequel out of this film, which will definitely happen if this movie ends up being successful. And with that being said, guys, I want to go ahead and drop the rating for Smile 2022. So I give Smile a 8 out of 10. It gets the 8 out of 10. Definitely a movie I would recommend you go out and see. I think this is a solid watch for October. It definitely fits that spooky, unsettling theme. I think you'll have a hell of a lot of fun with this film, as I did, and I can't wait to know what you guys thought about this film. So with that being said, guys, those are my thoughts on this film. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. If you don't know what to do, Demigod do commentaries, reactions, and reviews. So if you're interested in that, in the right place, man, hit subscribe. Hit the like button. I drop multiple videos a week on this channel, so you can expect out of me. And if you don't already know, I am the Demigod, the chosen one here on Demigod ENT, and I'm out of this thing, man. I'll catch y'all in the next video. More movie reviews, more commentaries, more movie reactions, more trailer reactions dropping soon. Stay tuned. Peace.